The Malaysian Institute of Economic Research says that Malaysia may become a high-income economy by next year, 2 full years ahead of its 2020 target. Deputy Director Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Puasa said this is based on MIER's data, which had earlier expected the country to hit the milestone in 2019. The World Bank defines high-income economies as those with an annual gross national income per capita of at least $12,476 USD. Malaysia's 2016 GNI was $10,722 USD. Ahmad says that the focus should be on any activities that can generate income, either from services or production, as long as it's sustainable, such as palm oil. But adds that there still remains disparity among the states, which means that the regional policy objectives should be relooked to see how the government can address the imbalance between states. IJM Corp Berhad has scored a 1.5 billion ringgit project to build a highway in India, its largest in the country by value. It has accepted a letter of award from the National Highway Authority of India to develop the Solapur-Bijapur section of National Highway 52. It's a stretch between the Straits of Maharashtra and Karnataka, spanning 109 kilometers. IJM CEO and MD Datuk Som Heng Chun says it is proud to have been entrusted by Nahai again for this project, and that affirms IJM's capabilities, building on its track record of 16 major road projects totaling 1,378 kilometers in India. Awarded on a design, build, finance, operate and transfer basis, Nahai will provide a 236 million grant for the project. The concession is for 20 years, with work expected to begin in mid-2018 and is scheduled for completion in 2021. The International Air Transport Association and Association of Asia-Pacific Airlines warn of a potential 1.5 billion ringgit loss to GDP if Malaysia proceeds in its plan to impose a new charge on airline passengers. IATA and AAPA voiced their strong concern over Malaysia's implementation of the Advanced Passenger Screening System, or APSS, which is pursuant to the country's Advanced Passenger Information Management System, or API. The concern comes from the fact that Malaysia is intending to finance the API through a new charge on passengers. Both aviation bodies said that a large majority of states with API programs in place do not levy such charges and instead have agreed to fund it through the general national budget. Among the points they make is that funding for the API is state responsibility linked to border security, which, under the International Civil Aviation Organization standard, should not be recovered via a charge. An APSS charge would also have an adverse effect on Malaysia's competitiveness, as a hypothetical charge of $8 a passenger would drop international traffic by 2.8%, reducing the sector's contribution to GDP by $362 million. APSS is a new border management program set to become mandatory under a new ICAO standard in 2018. Telekom Malaysia Berhad saw a solid third quarter as net profit rose 32.5% due to forex gains. Net profit came in at 211.8 million compared with 159.8 million last year. Revenue saw a slight improvement to 2.94 billion compared with 2.92 billion as TM made more from internet and multimedia services. TM said that for the third quarter, internet revenue had crossed the 1 billion ringgit mark for the first time and had its highest quarterly premium channel buys since HIP TV was launched in 2010. Group CEO Datuk Sri Muhammad Shazali Ramli said that to date, TM has achieved 8% of TM's household penetration FY17 target ahead of expectations. And the integration of multiple brands, namely TM Wi-Fi, Streamix and Weebie Mobile, under the umbrella of its unified brand, makes it the single largest telecommunications brand in Malaysia. For the final quarter of the year, TM says that it expects its performance to be sustainable despite the headwinds, adding that it would remain focused on accelerating its convergent action plans and pushing forward its Go Digital agenda. MMC Corp Berhad saw an almost 80% plunge in third quarter earnings on an impairment hit. Net profit came in at 22.3 million compared with almost 106 million a year ago. MMC said this was due to a one-off provision for the impairment of 98 million for Smart as a result of lower projected traffic volumes. Also missing were gains from a couple of land disposals last year. Revenue, however, was up almost 19% to 1.06 billion for the quarter from 888.8 million due to higher work progress on the MRT. MMC says it remains positive for its prospects on the back of good performance of its operating companies and ongoing projects, saying that its ports and logistics division is expected to register higher revenue as it completes its buy of Penang Port Sdn Bhd, while a substantial existing order book provides earning visibility for its engineering and construction division, anchored by the KV MRT SSP line. MMC says it will also continue to see positive contribution from units Malakoff Corp Berhad and Gas Malaysia Berhad.